In the previous lecture, we installed and configured two versions of Hadoop, Hadoop 2.9.2 and Hadoop 3.1.2. I am taking this 3.1.2 for running standalone cluster and a read-write file over the HDFS. Why we are reading write file over the FS? To perform big data analytics. So we will download a movie lens file from the group lens website. We will write this file to the HDFS to the data node after creating our own directory. So we will demonstrate all things in this particular file. Later I will show with a practical hands-on exercise this complete thing to you. Please follow me for the same. I will send three different video number one, this one, the hands-on practice to perform the read-write operation and to open the to run the Hadoop standalone cluster, and the next one is administrating this particular Hadoop thing. So for this we need to follow this to-do list in which we are going to run the standalone cluster. Running the standalone cluster means running the HDFS and running Yarn. We will read and write operation over the HDFS, creating on directory. We are going to create our own directory to put our files on which we want to perform big data analytics. Similar, the read write operation is the same, putting a file over the HDFS and taking that file back. Hadoop administrator, in name of this Hadoop administration, we are going to run our cluster over the localhost and the HDFS panel over the localhost. So how to do this, we have to be explore. So running standalone cluster, starting up the HDFS, first thing we need to do, we need to perform this particular command. We are going to be format our name node. Why name node formation is required? Because name node is contain fs image and the edit log file. So we have to provide new state to our fs image, that is nothing but the metadata, which will going to take a new current state of our HDFS structure by this command. Next is start DFS. DFS means we have to be start our distributed file system, that is nothing but the HDFS. By this command we can run this our DFS. We have to check in between this JPS command, Java process state, means how many states are running. In our practical demonstration we will see everything in a very clear manner. So next we have to run this yarn. We know what is this TFS, we know what is this yarn. Yarn is a resource manager framework which is going to be have two more things, the resource manager and the node manager. It is a resource negotiator. So by this command start hyphen yarn, we can start a yarn. We can check again the JPS for the processes which are running currently. In name of read write operation, first we are going to create a directory to put our files. So how to create directory? We are going to be use this Linux command and we are going to create the dataset directory over a single slash means over the root of HDFS. We have to explore this thing if the directory is created there over the root. So we will use this command. Do not get confused with this capital S. This is similar like H to HDFS DFS hyphens ls. Ls is the listing, the Linux command over this root. I am saying Linux command, so do not get confused with this. We have to be run this or our command prompt of Windows. File read and write operation. First we are going to be download this particular dataset from this group lens. This is a dataset of movie lens. The older dataset, due to small file size, we are going to download. This is nothing but a movie rating dataset in which we are having four columns: the user ID, the movie ID, the rating, and the timestamp. Let me show this to you. I already downloaded this for performing the operations. Later during the hands-on practice I will show you how to download this. So this is the file you will get in a zip, then extract this file. You will get this folder. Inside this folder there are two things we need to explore: the u.data file. U.data file contains the user ID. This is a tab separated file, means every information having a tab in between. Next column is movie ID. Next is the rating, means this particular user provide this rating to this particular ID on this particular time stamp. This is a time stamp, Unicode time stamp. The next file we need to explore in this dataset is this metadata of the movie, the item list file, u item. It is a hyphen separated file. We can use every special character to separate our data. Like in CSV we use comma separation, in TSF we use tab separated file, and similar like here we are using this hyphen to separate our data. This file structure is like it is containing the ID, movie ID. It is also containing the movie name with year and the release or the creation year with the date. This ID is similar like we are having movie ID over here. So we have to perform many different kinds of big data analytics over these two files. So firstly we have to be write this file to HDFS and performing different operations. So come back to the slide. We downloaded this. Let's take this explore. We already explored this. First is writing files to the HDFS to the recently created dataset directory. So for this we have to use this particular command line structure. We can use this copy from local command, and we can also use hyphen put command. So let's see how to perform this particular command. HDFS DFS hyphen copy from local. This is the source, local source, because I had this particular folder extracted over in my E drive, and this is the file I want to upload into the newly created directory or HDFS. So we have to write this command like this, or we can use this particular put command. The rest is similar. I just change the command. This command is going to be perform the same operation. Same is for read. Why I'm taking this in a hurry? Because I have to demonstrate these things to you in a practical session also. I am going to be run every command over my system while I'm going to be run this Hadoop cluster. So the read, first we have to be check the directory creation by this ls command. So we created this directory over the root, so we have to perform this command hdfs dfs -ls root. Everything is space separated because this is a command, and you have to run this command over your command line prompt. So hdfs dfs -ls is going to show you this particular directory if this created well. Next is we want to see the files inside this, because we recently wrote this file to this particular folder. Similar you can write u.item file to this folder. So we can use this particular hdfs dfs -ls /dataset, and it will show you the files which is recently copied to this from local. Now you want to see the data of these files, so run this command hdfs dfs -cat command is the categorize command, which is also you can use into the Windows for display the data of a particular data file. So this -cat dataset, this is the folder you created and this is the file you uploaded. This will give you the complete data over your command line, as I will demonstrate you during the practical session. next is the Hadoop administration. In Hadoop administration, we are going to be explore the cluster panel, and I will tell what is the cluster, what things that cluster is demonstrating, and how you can maintain things. So next is the HDFS panel. If you are using version prior to this 3.0 Hadoop, then you have to use this particular port, as in previous video we were using Hadoop version of 2.9. So if we want to open the HDFS panel, then we have to use this portal, but this time we are using 3.1.2 version, so we have to use this particular port after localhost. Then we will explore, and we are going to be browse things, the uploaded files I am going to be demonstrate you during the practical session. Thanks to all. Please do comment on Google Classroom for queries and anything if you want any further clarification.